Minnesota farmers always seem to have each other's backs, especially during the harvest season. It's especially true near the town of Frost in Faribault County. That is where neighbors rallied around Scott Legried after a very serious accident. WCCO's John Lauritsen shows us how they saved him in more ways than one.
I've never been worried through the whole thing because the good Lord usually takes care of me one way or the other.
On August 15th, Scott Legried was driving to do some work at a gravel pit when a dog ran into the road. He swerved quickly, lost control, and ended up rolling his truck several times.
Broken right collarbone, punctured and collapsed right lung, 7 broken ribs on the left side.
Those were just some of his injuries. He spent weeks recovering at the Mayo Clinic, but while he was rehabbing, his neighbors were plotting.
After the St. Peter tornado, he was up there. After the flooding in Grand Forks, he was up there and helped.
Fellow farmer Tim Steyer has always admired Scott's willingness to volunteer. So Tim and other farmers decided to do something special for their neighbor. Were you surprised that so many people wanted to step up to help Scott?
No, not a bit. This is farm country. The generosity started right away. On Tuesday, neighbors showed up with combines, trucks, and grain carts and made fast work of Scott's soybeans. They harvested about 240 acres in about 4 hours. That would have taken Scott a week to do on his own. What made it even more special is they did the exact same thing for Scott 11 years ago after his dad passed away from cancer.
It's pretty amazing, you know, these people are taking time out of their busy schedule. This is the busy time of the year for us farmers. Patience plays a big part. Faith plays a big part in getting through something like this.
In Faribault County, John Lauritsen, WCCO 4 News.
A retired military colonel who has done something very few ever had the chance to do has just visited St. Paul schools. She reached the edge of space, and she is the first and only Black woman to fly the Air Force's U-2 spy plane. Marielle Mose shares her story.
It was a celebratory afternoon at Farnsworth Aerospace Campus in St. Paul as they rung in their 20th anniversary as a public school. Every kindergartner through 4th grader here studies STEM in an in-depth way. So for them, meeting Colonel Meryl Tengsdahl was a big deal.
I like to tell you guys a story.
She's the first African-American woman to fly this U-2 Air Force spy plane, one of the most difficult planes to fly as it can go high into the stratosphere, more than double the height of a normal passenger airline. But making history was never Meryl's intention.
Someone whispered it in my ear when I soloed in the U-2 for the first time. I go, oh, really? Again, I'm making decisions based on what I love.
She took the kids back to when she was their age, in 3rd grade in the 70s in Bronx, New York. And this was the class worksheet she was asked to fill out. Career dreams for the boys included astronaut, soldier, or athlete. For the girls, career options were limited to mother, model, or secretary. She showed this to tell the kids the best thing they can strive to be is themselves, and whatever that looks like.
I think it's important that we look at the past to see where we've come, and we've got a long way to go.
Maybe some kids in this room know their dream already, and maybe some are still searching. But no matter what, Meryl's message resonates with all of them.
There's more than just the sky's the limit. Just shatter that sky and be the best version of yourself that you can be.
In St. Paul, Marielle Mose, WCCO 4 News.
Coming up, it is a jump start on broadening a child's horizons. See the new school exposing kids to a brand new culture.